Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Sunday Celebration of Spirit here at the Golden Gate Center for Spiritual Living. Please take this opportunity, turn off your cell phone, pagers, anything that receives a signal. Okay. And say hello to your neighbors. We here at the Golden Gate Center for Spiritual Living honor you wherever you are on your spiritual path. And we know while there are infinite paths too, there is indeed only one God. The words to this morning's chant will be up here on the wall, followed by a spiritual mind treatment by Reverend Karyl Huntley to take you to the center of your spirit.
For this day, Spirit, for this day.
For those of you that I have not met, I'm so happy to welcome all of you. And there is a tradition that we have now on the first rainy Sunday of the rainy season, and that is the rain ritual. Everybody loves this. So for those of you that don't know the rain ritual, you do what I do when I face you. And then you change when I face you again. And don't focus on me. Focus on the sound in the room. Okay, here we go. Oh, so having been the rain, this is so fabulous. Let us just take that experience of being a part of nature and turn within. Oh, knowing that the eternal presence that we call God, Spirit, love, intelligence, the all-originating source, is the source of the rain and everything else. It is the source of all of nature that is moving into sleep in the northern hemisphere. It is the source of every person and relationship. It is present everywhere, in the past, the present, and the future. And it is who made me. It is the life within me. It is the life around me. It is the life in each person in this room. It is the life path of each person in this room. God, Spirit, love, intelligence, the all-originating source, is that which plants new ideas in our mind. It is that which supports us when we are sad. It is that which celebrates with us when we are in joy. It is in the glance of two people who love each other. And it is in the solution to every earthly challenge. And so this morning, I dedicate my own life ever more fully to realizing the truth of these words that I have just spoken. May it be that I and everyone here understands, lives, and feels to the depth of our being the truth of our oneness with life itself. I give my thanks for this, and with great, great joy, I let it be. And so it is. Amen. Oh my gosh, we have such a gift this morning. Willem is a part of Willem is a part of this wonderful German men's chorus. Willem said some of these gentlemen have been in this chorus for 50 years. And so I am so happy to be able to introduce to you the German-American men's chorus, who also has a German name, obviously. So please introduce yourselves. Thank you.
Good morning. We are a youthful German men's choir. Our director is Erika Maria Mattes. And we're happy to be here with you today. And I hope you enjoy the songs that we bring to you. Our group exists since 1925. It's 86 years, and we used to be usually between 80 and 100 singers. But we got older and a lot of members left us, but the youth is not following the music like we did. So I think I have to give the credit to Willem that we're here. He is part of our group also. We're still mostly German-speaking and German-born men, but we also have German offspring here who speak English only now. But music doesn't know the difference between where you're from, or what you look like. Music is for everybody. Thank you for listening.
On? Okay. What a wonderful treat. And how wonderful to have such large amount of masculine energy over here. Well, I am Reverend Sarah Hargrave, staff minister of this wonderful community. It's time to say blessings to the children. And so we send the children love as they go off to teach their teachers. And we also send love to those who are still at home, tucked in, snuggled in the warmth. So wave goodbye as they... And we always like to have gratitude as part of our beginning of the service. So I want to say thank you for the growing team for the holiday family celebration under the direction of Galen Cooper and Deborah Walsh. And Deborah Walsh and Al Eny are in charge of the kitchen, and Sophie Fleming is in charge of the giving tree. And this is an event where we help those at Homeward Bound who are currently homeless and or have been homeless and are in transition to their proper home. So you wanted to come up as a team and make an announcement?
Can you hand me the clicker?
I'm going to stay on the floor, actually. Oh my gosh. So looking out at everybody, I see literally more than 50 people that have helped the Homeward Bound Family Celebration team. And I would like to say that this year we are halfway there. We just are looking for 5 more turkeys. And you know what? Dollar amount, we're just looking for $100 more. And that, I'm looking at all the crowd here, that's $1 from everybody sitting here. That's how easy it is. Or $5 or whatever Spirit is telling you that you could give. That would be great for us. Al is going to run the kitchen. Do you have anything to say, Al?
No, you said everything marvelously. So I've worked in the kitchen now for 3 years, and it's always a lot of fun. Anyone who hasn't participated in the event, I welcome you to stop by and help do a little cooking or serving. Or we have the sign-up sheets at the table, and be glad to talk with you afterwards.
What time?
Well, we're thinking that for the meal, at least 11 a.m. probably, and you would like to bring a peeler because we're going to have potatoes. So we need peelers for the potatoes, and some gloves too is also good to have. You can come speak with us at the table. We have the sign-ups, we have the times. Oh yeah, thank you. It's December 10th, Saturday, December 10th. So it is rapidly approaching, so I'd love to see you at the table. And remember, it's the givers that get. I've always gotten more than I've given every single year that I've done this, and it really is it's actually a healing. It really is. Oh, no, okay, that's a great thing. We have it at the First Presbyterian Church. Behind the church is a rec center, smaller than this, but it's similar. It's called Knowles Hall. And that's where we prepare the meal, get everything ready, and then in the center is where we have the tables and seat everybody and serve them. It's on, does anybody know where the library is? That's right, the library. Everybody know where that San Rafael library is? It's E. It's on E between 5th and Mission. First Presbyterian. That's right. That's exactly right. That's right. Thanks, Tom. Across the street from the library. Okay. Well, okay. Service needs to start now, so we shall make our exit.
There is a sign-up sheet at the table, so go check it out and talk to them after the service. The Austins, raise your hands. Stand up so they can see you, are hosting a Thanksgiving dinner at their home. And there's directions at the table over here. And if you've signed up and haven't put down what you're going to bring, it would be helpful to know. So sign up for what you want to bring. I think there's like maybe 1 or 2 more places left. I understand if we get much more, we're going to all be out on the street. So that's good. And Christmas dinner. After Thanksgiving comes Christmas. And so it's time for someone to show up to do the Christmas dinner, open their home. So you will know if it's you. And when you discover it's you, let us know. Bookstore. We've got a wonderful bookstore for holiday shopping. Reverend Karyl has some gift ideas from her Ancient Wisdom website. She has her Celtic Cross prayer kit, which is wonderful. Go take a look at that. Sophie has wonderful cards. I was looking this morning. I'm a cat lover, so this beautiful cat and lots of other things like flowers and so on, and wonderful books. There's a practitioner corner and minister's corner that there are recommendations of books. My favorite, Holmes' Creative Mind and Success, is also in there, so go check it out after service. There's lots of things to buy for gifts. Put on your calendar the amazing winter solstice celebration on Friday, December 23rd. That'll be a wonderful celebration here. And there will be a Christmas morning service here at the Recreation Center since Christmas falls on Sunday this year. So I think that's it for the announcements, and I want to thank all of you who are here for the first time or back for after a long time. Your presence is a gift to us, and we are so grateful that you are here.
Well, good morning again. It's wonderful to see the room full, and on the first really cold Sunday, it looks extra full because, you know, you're in your jackets and everything, so it's kind of all woolly looking and comfy out there. So I'd like to draw your attention to this marvelous harvest altar. This is Sean Haven's work today, and it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. And actually, the altar today is a gift from the entire altar team, because many of us brought food for the altar, which then goes to you. So if you are cooking a Thanksgiving dinner, we invite you to take a piece of food so that you can remember that you're a part of a spiritual community that loves you. And so if you can include a sweet potato or a Brussels sprout or something in your dinner, take some ribs of celery for the stuffing. And we also have some room on the altar team if anybody would like to join us. It means that you create the altar about once every 2 months. So we are in the, I forgot to bring my little yellow book today because I'm not quoting out of it, but The Art of Possibility is the book that we have been studying for the year, and we are on the next to the last chapter because this is the next to the last month. And the title of the chapter is Creating Frameworks for Possibility. So the greatest framework for possibility is what we're celebrating this time of year. It is to live in an atmosphere of gratitude, to just have that around you all the time. Now, my title today is Living in the Gratitude Sea. And I chose that word sea because water is the element that touches everything. A couple of weeks ago, my son dropped his smartphone in the ocean. And instantly, the ocean knew every particle of that smartphone. Because that's what water does. It's the relational element. It goes and touches everything. Nothing is left out. It just fills all the spaces. And so I use that word, the gratitude sea, because if gratitude touches every single thing in our life, then it's kind of like spiritually greasing the sluiceway for more good to come into our life. It makes it easy for more good to come in. So we're moving into the holiday that celebrates Thanksgiving. You know, not every country has a Thanksgiving. It's rooted in our history, and it's an American holiday. I know that Canada has their holiday of Thanksgiving as well, but it's in a different month. But every single president since the beginning, since George Washington, has asked us in a proclamation every year. You can Google the President's Proclamation for Thanksgiving. And every single president has encouraged us to set aside our differences and to come together in gratitude. So this is part of our current president's admonition about Thanksgiving. Now, therefore, I, Barack Obama, President of the United States of America, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution and the laws of the United States, do hereby proclaim November 24th, 2011 as a national day of Thanksgiving. I encourage the people of the United States to come together, whether in our homes, places of worship, community centers, or any place of fellowship for friends and neighbors, to give thanks for all we have received in the past year, to express appreciation to those whose lives enrich our own, and to share our bounty with others. And so we are charged, not only spiritually, but because we are Americans, we are charged with this practice of Thanksgiving. So in order to help us all, if you would just place your hand on your heart and think of something about your family or a relationship that you have that you are grateful for. Just let that gently come into your mind. Think of something now about your health or your physical body that you are grateful for. And let that just fill your awareness, how grateful you are. And now think of something that you love to do and how grateful you are that you can do it. And finally, think about a way of being that you enjoy. Perhaps you're energetic. Maybe you're a deep thinker. Maybe you're meditative. Maybe you're funny. But a way that you love about you, an aspect of your personality that is deeply pleasing. And let your heart fill up and grow warm. And now if your eyes are closed, very gently open them. And with soft eyes, look around. And notice something that you're grateful for in this space. Many of us are grateful for each other. I'm grateful for the technology that allows this experience to be beamed around the world. How amazing is that? So, this should be feeling pretty good for you if you are able to set aside anything that concerns you and just be in this wonderful place of gratitude. And, you know, it not only feels good, but it is good for you. It's a stress reducer. It's pleasant or fabulous, and it creates a life-giving habit. So now I'd like to share something that you will be grateful for about you in this community and the community itself. So I'd like to ask our president and our treasurer, that's Katrina and Trish, and the person who was, come up this way, and the person who helped me formulate the pledge program, Francine, if you would come up. And so we just finished our abundance program not too long ago, and we have gone through in this community a challenging, growth-producing, strength-producing, unity-producing experience in that we have had to cut in our, before we did. And so Katrina, our president, is so much about order in our finances. She has been on the core council for how long? 3 years? Yeah. She has been asking for new reports every month. I mean, and it's like she goes, this is almost right. I can almost understand this. Because she wanted to know, and she does know now, every single dollar that comes in, every single dollar that goes out, we have order in our finances. And Trish, our treasurer, is about balance. That we can't have any more go out than come in. And so that has been, let me just say that if any of you have children and did allowance and they still want more after their allowance, and if you said to them, no, you have to earn more or you have to bring more in before you can spend more, that's been Trish and some of the rest of us. No, we can't spend more. There's not that much coming in. So Trish is our treasurer, and she has brought balance to our finances. So any of you that have taken Principles of Financial Freedom, there is this one page that talks about expansion and how if you don't have order and balance before you have expansion, all you have is an expanded chaos. And so we have the order, we have the balance, and then Francine helped me so much conceive of this abundance program that you all were so enthusiastic about, that let me just say that last year our pledge finished at $271,000, and this year our pledge is complete at $253,000. So that is for all of you. That's for all of you. And so, you know, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to be able to say we're in an expansive mode. We've just taken in 12 fabulous new members that are already on teams. We have 22 people in the second Prosperity Plus class. We have a legacy program forming. We have fun. If you've noticed, there's a little basket for change out there that says, if you fear change, leave it here. How fabulous is that? And so we're on this great roll. We're on this great fun roll. So you haven't actually, you don't know I'm going to do this, but if you want to say a minute's worth of something, just to, you know, express your heart about this. I'm so pleased with all of us.
Well, thank you. And it's just been, none of us do it alone, obviously. And just on the way in today, I was thinking where I put my energy as president. And it's really about holding the space. I think another one of my gifts is being non-judgmental and being able to see the possibility from one continuum to the other. And that's my gift to you, that there's nothing wrong ever. And it's only questions like, who wants to do this and who wants to play? So I'm just really grateful that so many people stepped up to say this is mine to do. And all y'all made it so easy this year by just saying what you're willing to do, and we gratefully receive. It makes our job much, much easier and more fun on the core council. So much gratitude. Thank you.
I learned from Lynn Twist that asking people to put their resources toward their highest spiritual intention is one of the greatest privileges. And that's what makes it easy for me. When someone has to ask for the money and I raise my hand, that's what makes it easy. Because I feel it's the highest privilege to ask. I get to just be the voice of Spirit to ask you to put your resources towards what your spiritual intentions are. And so it's what I do is really called forth from you, and I'm so grateful for how you all rise to the ask. And since that's my job, I will ask you to be open that this pledge is not over when we promise what we give next year. It's not over by a long shot. It just begins, because all we've done now is set a great intention. And so I ask you to be open for that intention to not only be realized and manifested in each of your lives, but for even more to be possible. Because there's so much more that's available to us. So thank you, thank you.
I truly support and appreciate Katrina and Francine's words, and I share those words as well. And I just want to say thank you for letting me serve you.
So I think we're going to have a fabulous 2012. In the next month, I'll let you know how the theme for 2012 is unfolding and some of the wonderful events that we're thinking about having and all of that, hoping that you'll participate. So back to the topic, well, we're still in the topic of gratitude. You know, there's actually two kinds of gratitude, and both of them are really important. The first kind of gratitude is what we just were doing and what you were doing in your meditation. You were thinking about a gratitude that for something. You were grateful for something. You were, it was a person, a condition, a situation in your life, something that you're grateful for. And that's very wonderful. And it's wonderful to have a gratitude practice in the morning and the evening where you're grateful for something. But then there's another gratitude practice, and that is sort of a non-specific, all-encompassing happiness for life. That you just have that feeling. You wake up in the morning and you have that feeling of, oh, another day of fabulous life. And you're just grateful for everything. And interestingly enough, well, I had an immediate experience just a few weeks ago when I saw our beloved Gloria Kaga about 4 days before she passed. And she was saying to me how grateful she was. You know, I would be chattering along and she would just say, I am so grateful. I am just so grateful. I'm so grateful. Just over and over and over again, and you could just feel that atmosphere around her. And then that reminded me of my mom, who in 2008 was nearing the doorway right at this time of year. And she also said, I've received so much. That was on the day before she passed. That was one of the last things she said. I've received so much. And you could just feel how grateful she was. And so if we nurture that all-encompassing gratitude, that we really do live in the gratitude sea, and everything that touches us is something that we can be grateful for, we encourage the experience of all-encompassing gratitude by practicing the first kind of gratitude, by being grateful for something, and by just using that muscle of gratitude so that it comes upon us after we've been doing the gratitude for stuff for a while. It just comes upon us that this wonderful experience of gratitude for life, and as the author of Lives of a Cell says, the chances of any of us even being here is so remote that it should leave us all in a contented dazzlement of surprise. Wow. You know, isn't that, I love that term, a contented dazzlement of surprise. And it actually, if you sit in a dazzlement of surprise, you will enter that practice of ecstasy, of being so ecstatically happy that it doesn't matter what is going on around you, you are happy no matter what. You know, we certainly can do the opposite. We can, in our mind, we can rehearse something that is not to our liking. We can rehearse, and people are already gritting their teeth. I'll take you out of this. But you know you can do it. You can chew on the things that you don't like in your life so much that you scare yourself. So, and what are you doing? You're just thinking. So of course we can do the other. Of course we can move into that place of absolute gratitude so that pure joy wells up within us. And we just say to ourselves, oh, I am so happy. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I love my life. And it's just a generic loveliness. So Ernest Holmes has a wonderful meditation that is sort of this generic good. It's on page 533. I will reference it in my letter if you like. Today I meet my good. It knows me and will not let me depart from it. My good is at hand, and I cannot be robbed of it. Good is forever expressing itself to me and mine. I can even now see and hear and feel the all good in and around me. It presses itself against me and fills me with a great surge of life. My good is at hand. So if you just keep something like that with you, you know, and have the presence of mind to read it or remind yourself of it when things don't go well. So I know that in this wonderful, you know, thinking of how great everything is, there are people here who are in sorrow. And there are people here who are perhaps in fear or shame or anger or hatred, and that kind of experience, that kind of atmosphere, it hinders the expansive feeling of loving our good. Don't you know that? It's very hard to say, I am so miserable, and yeah, I can remember how happy I am. No, what happens if the circumstances of your life are distressing, what happens is that you not only think about that, but that's the only thing you think about. And dismay has an ability to take your consciousness down to pinpoint awareness, that you are only conscious of the thing that disturbs you. And of course, that's a very powerful creative place, to be completely focused on that which you don't want. And so anything to get yourself up and out of looking at that pinpoint thing that you don't like is of benefit. So I didn't bring this because it wasn't finished. I didn't finish it, but I'm creating for myself a gratitude folder. And I have a yellow folder, which is in harvest colors, and I'm putting pictures of the things that I'm grateful for. And I'm going to have a picture of my children and Lloyd and the kitties, and I have the starburst symbol of us. And so I'm going to fill this folder with things that I'm grateful for, so I have that all the time. I mean, I can carry it with what I bring to the office. So if I need a reminder, I can do that. So I want to tell you how this might work for you, because I do have something to share with you. I had a horrible thing happen. And it's not earth-shaking. It won't change, well, it might change your life, but so now I'm getting nervous to tell you this. Okay. So you know my continuing story of being in the symphonic chorus and getting a solo part. Well, we had the performance a couple of weeks ago. And so this song was 3 stanzas long. It had a ton of words. And I was really good singing it back and forth, driving. I sang it 100 times. So it's brush up your Shakespeare. And with the order of words like Shakespeare does, like, no intuitive continuation of words. It's just funny rhymes. So I got to the microphone. The audience was about this size, and something happened in the first stanza. And I was in a universe that never knew that song. It was excruciating. So, and then I just realized this last night as I was thinking about how to say this to you. I looked at the accompanist thinking that he would give me the words, but I had changed the words because the song had some naughty words in it, not appropriate for family, like kick him in the Coriolanus, that kind of rhyme for Shakespeare. And so I picked and chose the lines that I did, so nobody knew my words but me. So the poor accompanist was going like this, trying to help me just get back on. So something happened, and I did get back on. And I finished the 2 stanzas, and with a lot of flamboyant gestures, and it was very funny. And I think the audience was so darned relieved that I was getting through it that they actually didn't laugh, which would have made me feel a lot better. But anyway, so when I got back into the chorus, I was saying things to myself like, well, this is not the worst thing that's happened to you on stage. I was saying things like, well, I don't think I ruined the entire concert because it's not just about me. And And so what happened was, in the social time afterwards, there were several people that came up to me and said, I have never seen a recovery like that. So that was the very best they could say. And it was true, you know. So when I thought about it afterwards, I thought, what in the world happened? And my prayer was, I'd been singing with this chorus for a year, and I didn't really know anybody because all we did was rehearse, and we didn't really talk to each other, and I didn't know anybody, and I wanted to get to know people and them to know me. Well, how perfect was that? You know, they totally know me. But then here's the sweetest thing. The sweetest thing is that my harp teacher is in that chorus, and so I had my harp lesson on Friday, and she said, I have something to tell you, that there was a person who, I think a student of hers, because she also teaches voice, and she said, you know, I know someone who did a performance recently, and she started in singing the wrong key, and it was so devastating for her that she gave up singing. But she attended the concert, and she said, if she can make that recovery on stage, I can keep singing. I work to be able to say I'm grateful that it happened. And I am grateful. In a way, that kind of total flub is a very youthful, unskilled feeling. You know, I haven't had it in decades. And so I kind of put it there, you know, in my youthful place of not doing something well, and it's okay. And then to have this other thing that manifested, this woman who was able to pick herself up, dust herself off, and keep singing, I think that's fabulous too. So I tell you this because the very, very big work of us is not just to be grateful for the things that we like, but to be grateful for the things that are painful in our lives, and to be grateful for the things that seem missing. Because if we can generate that attitude of gratitude, then we have the opportunity of truly turning things around and finding the blessings everywhere. Because as I say, God does not give us things just to annoy us. God gives us things to find the blessing. So I was thinking of something in the Bible that absolutely says this for me, this feeling of expansive gratitude in the face of everything. And I came across the 23rd Psalm. And so if you memorize the 23rd Psalm in your youth, say it with me. And if you didn't, just listen to these beautiful, beautiful words of equanimity and gratitude. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And I thought that you might like to hear this beautiful prayer in German this morning. So Goethe is going to speak the 23rd Psalm in German. Thank you, Goethe. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Gerda Beiser. I belong to St. Matthew's Lutheran Church in San Francisco, the only German church left in San Francisco and Bay Area. I just want to tap into your theme about survival, and I can speak only for myself. 2.5 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I had both my breasts amputated. I had chemo and the whole schmear. And people said to me, my goodness, when you go to chemo, it sounds like you go to the dentist. I was, uplifted. And people were nice, and I was singing and talked with them and made jokes. And because this is something you just have to accept and make the best of it. And so Psalm 23 really helped me, because I said it over and over again in my mind, and I still do. I walked through the valley, the dark valley, and I can assure you, it's not that dark. You don't have to be afraid. Der Herr ist mein Hirte, mir wird nicht bange. Er weidet mich auf grüner Aue und führet mich zum frischen Wasser. Er erquicket meine Seele und führet mich auf rechter Straße um seines Namens willen. Und ob ich schon wandle im finsteren Tal, fürchte ich kein Unglück. Dein Stecken und Stab trösten mich. Du bereitest vor mir einen Tisch im Angesicht meiner Feinde. Du salbest mein Haupt mit Öl und schenkest mir voll ein. Gutes und Barmherzigkeit werden dir folgen ein Leben lang. Und ich werde bleiben im Hause des Herrn, immer da.
So most of you, if you came in the front door, you were given an envelope with a card. And at this point, the ushers are ready to give any of you that came in the back door one of these cards. This is a card that says, I will be grateful in 2012 for this. And what we ask you to do is to write on the card what you want to be grateful for in 1 year, and then put it in the envelope and seal it and address it to yourself. Okay, you got that? What you're going to be grateful for next year. Bodhi, can we have a little bit of what you're going to be grateful for next year music? And just do this without thinking about it very much. And then when you're all done, you can put it in the offering basket. You address it. We put a stamp on it and mail it to you. So you write what you're going to be grateful for next year. And gentlemen, if you would like to do this with us, please. Anybody want? Well, you can write it later.
Yeah.
Writing, and as we're sealing this envelope of what we're going to be thankful for next year, we have a little chant. I invite you to sing this with me and then move into the inner work. I am so blessed. So And as we move within, into that sea of gratitude, we really have the notion of how it is for gratitude to touch every aspect of our lives. Just like the sea, we are immersed in gratitude. Nothing comes to us or goes from us that we are not grateful for. All of it is good now or good later. Nothing is bad, really, really bad. It leads to another blessing, another growing, another blessing, and another growing. And so for all that touches us, let us be grateful. Let us be blessed. Let us be thankful. And so it is. Amen.
Das Ave Maria.
Thank you so much. Now is the time for our ushers to get ready to receive the tithes and offerings. Now, for those of you who are our guests this morning, or for those of you who are here for the first time, please do not feel compelled at all to put any money in the basket unless you really, really want to. We love having you here, and we would like to be your gift today. And so for the rest of everybody, just take your gift and put it near your heart and feel how grateful you are for the supply in your life. It all comes from God. And feel how good it feels to give that supply to this spiritual community that you love, and truly know that you are a part of its fabric, its support, as the community supports each one of its friends and members. So we give in joy, expecting to receive in joy. And so it is. Amen. The ushers, please receive the gifts.
We give thanks for the simple things that come from the earth. The clouds in the sky and the wind through the trees, the river that sings to me. Hear their voices one by one, hear them as they call. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Let me never forget to give thanks. Let me never forget to give thanks. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks. Carolina. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks.
And so we bless this offering. We bless all of the gifts that have been given and received this morning. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so grateful and so blessed. So, if you haven't finished your card, finish it. You can leave it on the altar, and I will make sure that it gets in very safekeeping. It will be prayed on all year and mailed to you next year at this time. The holiday events can be signed up for at the events table, which also has some Michael Beckwith t-shirts, which is also evident. That whole big program was evidence of the expansion of this community. Thank you. And then remember the bookstore with holiday shopping. Coffee, if you haven't found it yet, is right around here, and some noshes. Is that a German word, nosh? I don't know. And make sure that you take a piece of food for your Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Next Sunday will begin the Advent season, so be sure and be with us. So Michael, please pray us out, dear.
My name is Michael Hart, and I'm standing in for Posey Lyon today, so I'll try and give you the kind of juice Posey usually does. So would the practitioners please come forward? These practitioners are giving of their time and service to you today. If there's anything that is left unfinished for you or that you want to celebrate, they're available to prepare at the table in the back. And would the other practitioners please encircle us with your consciousness? Oh, and because our theme is Thanksgiving today, gratitude, join me in a benediction. I give great thanks. I give thanks for all that has occurred here. I give thanks for each heart, mind, soul, body present in this room. I give thanks for the opening of consciousness to that gratitude that is the germinating seed as well as the sea, that begins all and ends all, that seeps in everywhere. I give thanks for the dazzling awe with which I view the infinite life. I give thanks for the loving connections that are offered here. I give thanks for the courage and the infinite creativity of our spiritual leader. I give thanks for all that there is, knowing that indeed it is all good if I say it is. And I call forth a blessing on each one here as we move into this season of light, into the season of thanksgiving, into the season of the recognition of good. And so it is. Amen.
I invite everyone to stand now for our affirmation and closing song. I am in a constant gratitude. I experience each moment as such a gift that nothing can move me from this happy state of wondrous thanksgiving. I am here in life, grateful for every blessing.